WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Blue Raider baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for Countdown to First Pitch. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agent Andy Womack, Lightning's Locker Room and Phillips Bookstore, Granis and Associates, Las Casas Drugs, and by Middle Tennessee Electric. Now, let's go to the ballpark.
And we wish you a pleasant good afternoon from Springfield, Missouri. Blue Raider baseball coming to you. And we will have our first full radio broadcast today, as yesterday or last evening we were due to be on radio, but because of the state tournament interest in our local teams, we were late getting on, and only got in on the last inning in the post-game show. But we'll do better today. We'll be here for the whole game. Dick Palmer with you as the Raiders come in, suffering a 6-4 loss last night, a game in which they led up until the bottom of the eighth inning when Missouri State scored 3 times to go ahead and eventually win the game 6-4. So the Raiders come in with a record of 12-10, 2-2 in Conference USA. Missouri State now 13-7, 3-1 in the conference, and they are still undefeated at home. They are 8-0 on their home field, which is Hammond's Field. It's also the field occupied by the Springfield Cardinals, the AA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals. And they've got a big exhibition game with the parent club on Monday night here, which I understand is already a sellout. It won't have that problem with seats today. There'll be plenty of seating in this 8,000-seat stadium, which was opened in 2004. We played here in 2008 against Missouri State, lost a 3-game series, so we're hoping to do a little bit better at Hammonds Park this year, but we've got to hold a lead when we get one. The Raiders led for the entire game yesterday until the bottom of the eighth inning when the Missouri State Bears scored 3 times. So we will have the game for you today, and we'll also have our regular post-game show. Let's take a look at what's going on in Conference USA. In games yesterday, Delaware defeated Dallas Baptist 5-4 at Delaware. Sam Houston, a 3-2 winner over FIU down in Miami. Liberty won on the road. They beat Kennesaw State 2-0. Jacksonville State was a winner over Western Kentucky 10-3, while Louisiana Tech down New Mexico State 13-8, and of course Missouri State a winner here. So after yesterday's play, Jacksonville State and Louisiana Tech are tied for the top spot in the conference at 4-0, with Western Kentucky and Missouri State at 3-1, and then you've got Middle Tennessee, Dallas Baptist, and Liberty all at 2-2. You've got Kennesaw, New Mexico State, Sam Houston, and Delaware at 1-3, and FIU is 0-4. Jacksonville State, by the way, 19-4 on the season. Braves will be going down there to Jacksonville a couple of weekends from now. So that's a rundown of the scores from yesterday. Same teams will be playing today. Most games will be earlier than the games yesterday, so we'll try with the help of my friend John Callow to keep you updated on all of the Conference USA results. I want to remind you about Little League Day. That'll be coming up on Sunday, March the 29th at Reese Smith Field. Kids 11 and under wearing their team jerseys will be given free admission to the game. Players in attendance will also be allowed to join the Blue Raiders on the field during the pregame ceremonies. You can contact the marketing department at Middle Tennessee if you're interested in bringing a group to the game or getting reduced price tickets for your family and friends and coaches. Get in contact with Kayla Stiles. That's kayla.stiles@mtsu.edu for group ticketing. And we're looking forward to Little League Day on Sunday the 29th. Always a lot of kids in the ballpark and always a very active group of supporters for the Blue Raiders. Well, Middle Tennessee and Missouri State, no strangers. Today's game will be the 36th meeting, but Missouri State has dominated the series. They lead the series 25-10. The last meeting before last night was back in 2020 at the turf tournament in Murfreesboro when Missouri State came in. They lost to the Raiders 4-0 in that game, but came back last night with a 6-4 win. And as I said, undefeated at home with a record of 8-0. The Blue Raider coaching staff, led by head coach Jerry Myers, in his fourth year, includes Kevin Nichols, Ryan Huber, Adam Wisniewski, Grayson Munyon. Chandler Todd is the operations director, and Yusiki Okada, or is it Okada, is our trainer. I'll have to get him on the air, and we'll find out the correct pronunciation. And for Missouri State, Joey Hawkins is their head coach in his second year. Jeff Jimenez, former player at FIU or FAU, I believe. Deck McGuire, former pitcher at Georgia Tech, is the pitching coach, and Grant Anderson is the other member of the coaching staff here. Missouri State presents a lineup a little bit different from last year. They brought in a number of grad transfers that have filled in some spots on this ball club, and we will be looking at a right-handed pitcher today in Owen Slater. However, he is not a grad transfer. He has been on the team here. This is his second year. He's only a sophomore. And for the Blue Raiders, Drew Horn will get the start. Drew is local, played at Siegel High School, and then went on to junior college and came to Middle Tennessee last year. The umpires are approaching home plate. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, I'll be talking with Blue Raider third baseman Brett Von Tolen. Right now, 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Visiting with Blue Raider third baseman Brett Von Dolan before the Raiders take on Missouri State in the second game of this series. Tough loss last night, Brett, especially when you lead most of the ball game and it gets away late.
Yeah, it's a tough one to lose. I thought we were going to get that one and come out with a win on Friday, but that's not what happened. And hopefully today we can come out and just do a little bit more than we did yesterday and seal the deal for the second game.
We played well generally yesterday, got an early lead, but we had trouble adding on to it.
Yeah, I would have liked to score a few more runs. We left some runners on base, and I think we could have done a little bit more and helped the pitching staff out and got a little bit more of a lead and got a little bit more of a cushion to feel safer about that at the end of the game.
Got their starter out after 2 innings, but the guy that came in, we couldn't seem to get to him.
Yeah, I think we did a great job with the starter. The guy that came in was giving us a little bit of problems, and we tried to make adjustments, but sometimes it just doesn't go the right way.
The Von Dolan name has been synonymous with athletics in the Smyrna area for many, many years, so you're just one of a long string of athletes.
Yeah, if you're in our family, we don't say that you have to play baseball, but you're gonna. So it's a good family. I mean, I love that all of us have a connection through baseball, and we all love it so much, and hopefully it continues to stay that way.
What about other sports?
Maybe a little basketball, but we're not the tallest, so that usually ends once you get to middle school or high school.
Well, you grew up in this area and around a lot of good athletes, not only in the Smyrna area, but the mid-state area in general. So you had a pretty good background coming into middle.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the guys that I've played against or played with throughout the years and keeping up with them, watching them in college. I mean, Nathan Brewer and Cale Vincent, we've played together since we were 10 years old, so it's been a fun journey playing with them for this long.
Well, we're playing in a AA ballpark here. I talked to one of your fellow infielders. He said, this infield is wonderful. I wonder what your take is over at third base.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, the surface is really nice, and I just like the park in general. Sounds great. Everything's nice here.
Nobody likes cold weather baseball, which we had Tuesday night. But do you like playing we're going to have heat today. You like playing in hot weather?
Oh, of course. It's good to get a nice lather and get you feeling like you're in game mode. And, hopefully no more cold games like the other day.
This year's ball club is a little bit different from last year, although we've got a lot of the same players. But we've added some really good players coming in, like our center fielder and a catcher first baseman, so they were just perfect fits, I thought.
Yeah, I agree. I think all the guys that we had returned from last year made some improvements, and that we're a lot better offensively, and Nowak and Dean have added a lot to the team as well, like you were saying.
That's Brett Von Dolan, Blue Raider third baseman. Appreciate him visiting with us before the game, and we'll be back. Starting lineups coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290. This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Getting close to the top of the hour, let's pause for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Final notes of our national anthem, which means we're just about ready to play baseball here in Springfield, Missouri. Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Blue Raiders and the Bears. Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union, with convenient Middle Tennessee locations, including 5 in the Murfreesboro area. Learn more at ascend.org. For Coach Jerry Myers and the Blue Raiders, Owen Nowak will lead off in center field. Tyler Minnick bats second, and he'll do the catching today. Brett Rogers will hit third in right field. Dean O'Neill will be at first base in the cleanup spot. Cooper Clapp at second base will bat fifth. Brett Von Dolen hits sixth. He is at third base. Nathan Brewer in left field will bat seventh. Matt Wolf will be the DH today. He'll hit eighth. And Clay Badalak, the shortstop, will be in the number 9 spot. On the mound will be the junior Drew Horn. For Missouri State and Coach Joey Hawkins in his second year here, it will be Bryce Sermonelli at second base. Tag Gollert will be in right field. Caden Bogenpole will be in center field hitting third. Cleanup hitter is Curry Sutherland, the third baseman. Batting fifth, the catcher, Carter Bergman. Max Knight, a two-way player who was the closing pitcher last night for Missouri State. Max Knight will be in left field hitting sixth. Logan Fife at shortstop will bat seventh. Bobby Atkinson did not play in the game last night. He will be the DH and will bat eighth. And Brant Craigle will play first base and bat ninth. And it was Craigle who got the game-winning double in the bottom of the 8th inning for Missouri State as they scored late to come from behind and beat the Raiders by a score of 6-4. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union. Umpires taking their spots. Missouri State heading out to take the field. Umpires Drew Eaton, who had home plate last night, will be at third base. Kenneth Hyatt will be the first base umpire. And Jose Esteros will be the home plate umpire. He was the first base umpire last night. Let's take a look at the Bears defensively. They will have Bergman behind the plate, Sutherland at third, Fife at shortstop, Sermonelli at second, Craigle at first, with Knight in left field, Bogenpole in center, and Gollert will be in right field. And on the mound will be right-hander Owen Slater. He is a sophomore from Ontario, Canada, 6'4", and 205. Slater coming in with a record of 2-2, earned run average at 5.70, making his 6th appearance and 6th start for the Bears. 23 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 15 earned runs, 25 hits. He has 14 walks and 16 strikeouts. And he has also hit 3 batters and thrown 6 wild pitches, so he tends to be a little erratic at times. His last outing was a Sunday start last week at Liberty up in Lynchburg, Virginia, and he lasted only 2 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits. He had 4 walks in that short stint and 1 strikeout. He was not involved in the decision, although Liberty won the game by a score of 9-3. And he did, I said he was not involved. He was involved in the decision as he took the loss. So that is Owen Slater, the right-hander, starting for Missouri State today. He had a good freshman year. Last year made 24 appearances, including 5 starts, and threw a total of 50 innings with a 3-3 record. He was a member of the Canadian junior national team when he was in high school. So Slater will take the mound. The throw goes down to second. And stepping to the plate for the Blue Raiders, Owen Nowak, the center fielder. He is a junior college transfer out of Wisconsin. He had 2 base hits in the game yesterday. Left-handed hitter, 375 his average coming into the game. Glad to have you with us, either on the live stream or live on our flagship station, WGNS. First pitch of the game, in for a strike. And we are underway at 2:06 on this Saturday afternoon. Raiders got their black tops on, gray pants, and the 2-tone caps. Pitch is low for a ball, and the count will go to 1-1 strike on Nowak. It'll be Nowak, Minnick, and Brett Rogers here in the first inning to face the right-hander Owen Slater. 1-1 strike. And a line drive to left field and a base hit. Took that outside pitch and hit it exactly where it was pitched. Into left field for a leadoff single. So the Raiders, as they started the game yesterday, have the first man on base, and the batter will be Tyler Minnick. Minnick had a home run into the bullpen in left field. That's the Blue Raider bullpen behind the fence in left field, and almost had another one which was caught right up against the fence. Nowak, the runner at first, and a throw over there is not in time. He's back. It's 315 feet down the left field line. Blue Raider bullpen is there under the scoreboard, which is down in left field. There's a big message board in left center. It's 400 feet to straightaway center. Ball is slammed past the third baseman. That's a fair ball. Rolling down in the corner. Nowak will turn third. He will head to the plate, and no throw as the Raiders take an early lead on a double by Tyler Minnick. Hit it past the third baseman, Sutherland, down in the corner. It rolled into foul territory. And for Tyler Minnick, gets his 26th run batted in of the season, and Nowak scores all the way from first base. So it's 1-0 Raiders, and we have had only 2 batters in the game. The batter will be Brett Rogers. Brett, a left-handed hitter. Minnick, short lead at second. Pitches outside for ball 1 to Rogers. Owen Slater making his 6th start of the season. Slater checks the runner at second and delivers outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. different type hits to start this game. Nowak took the pitch the other way for his single. Minnick pulled it right down the line for a double. There's a strike. And it's 2-1 now to Rogers. Dean O'Neill waiting to hit next. The pitch to Rogers is outside, ball 3-1. We mentioned that Slater has had some control problems early in the season. 14 walks and 16 strikeouts in 23 innings, plus several hit batsmen. The pitch outside, ball 4, and Rogers draws a base on balls. So the first 3 Raiders have reached base here in the first inning. The Raiders made noise in the first inning yesterday, did not score, but did come around and score 3 runs in the second inning of that game, but unfortunately were unable to add but one other run onto that and fell to the Bears 6-4. First and second with 1 out. Here's Dean O'Neill. Looks at a pitch outside for ball 1. O'Neill, a grad transfer from the University of Maine, getting .333 with 6 home runs. And the pitch, check swing. Did he go? Did not go, says the first base umpire. 2 balls, no strikes. We had several appeals on checked swings yesterday. I don't recall but one that was called a strike. 2-0 the count. And Slater's pitch swung on, foul back over the press box and out of play. 2-1. This is a AA baseball stadium, seats 8,000. Hammonds Field, built in 2004. So the crowd here very well spread out. Most of them seeking the shade on a bright, sunshiny Saturday afternoon. Pitch is a strike called, and the count will go to 2-2 on O'Neill. 88 degrees at game time, clear skies, supposed to top out about 90 this afternoon, and about the same for tomorrow. Tomorrow's game scheduled for 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 12:45. There's a swing and a miss, and O'Neill goes down on strikes. That is out number 1. First strikeout for Slater. And here's Cooper Clapp, Blue Raiders second baseman. His dad will be here on Monday night. The St. Louis Cardinals will play the Springfield Cardinals in an exhibition game, which is already a sellout. Clapp takes the pitch outside for ball 1. His dad, Stubby, is the first base coach for the Cardinals, as we've mentioned before on the broadcast. Cooper hitting .343, 5 home runs on the year. First and second, 1 out. And the pitch swung on, pop foul back out of play, and the count will go to 1-1 on Clapp. Raiders leading 1-0. First 3 batters have reached base in this first inning. Right now, Minnick is at second. He drove in the run with a double, and Brett Rogers, who walked, is the runner at first. And that pitch comes inside for ball 2, 2-1 to Cooper Clapp. Slater goes for a little rosin. Comes set with a pitch. Inside, got away from the catcher, and that's going to be a wild pitch. Both runners will advance. So Minnick moves to third, Rogers to second. And the count will be 3 balls and 1 strike to Cooper Clapp. On deck hitter is Von Dolan. Now the umpires are getting together. I don't know what they are going to be talking about. And Coach Myers comes out. He wants to know what they were talking about. So now I think we're going to have a video review. So Coach Myers has challenged the play at the plate, I think claiming that the ball hit Cooper Clapp. Cooper had already taken off his leg guard and started to first. The runners did advance. I put it down as a wild pitch. It could be a hit batsman. I've got an ESPN monitor in the broadcast booth, which I didn't realize I had yesterday. And they're going to show a replay on it. And that, to me, is inconclusive. It looks like it might have hit his toe on the back foot, but we'll see what they decide. The Raiders had 2 challenges yesterday, but lost both of them. This is something that is not available at our home park, so we don't get to see that often, except when we go on the road. So Clapp apparently thought he was hit on the foot and had already taken his leg guard off and was getting ready to go down to first base. Umpires are coming back on the field. Home plate umpire not involved in this review. So the third base umpire will make the decision. And I think Clapp will get back in the batter's box. That'll just go as a wild pitch, moving Minnick to third and Rogers to second. And the count 3-1 on Cooper Clapp, with Von Dolan waiting to hit next. Raiders leading 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Slater with a pitch, driven foul. That came pretty close to our first base coach, Ryan Huber, who stood there and did not move a muscle. Kevin Nichols coaching down at third. Count goes full now to Clapp. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway. Glad you could join us here on a Saturday afternoon. Top of the first inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch coming, and it's strike 3 called. So Clapp down on strikes. So after the Raiders got the first 3 men on, the next 2 have been retired on strikeouts. So with 2 outs, the batter will be Brett Von Dolan. He was our guest on the pregame show. This young man from the Smyrna area, hitting .262. 3 home runs, 15 driven in. He's got 2 on the possible RBIs out there now if he could come through. The pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Strike 1. Minnick is at third and Rogers at second. Raiders have a run here in the first inning. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Von Dolan. Nathan Brewer waiting to hit next. The Bears in maroon tops with white numerals. You can actually read the numbers on these jerseys. They also have 2-tone caps, white pants. Pitch is high for ball 2, 2-1. Two in scoring position here with 2 outs in the first inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and again he took something off that pitch. So a full count, not a full count, but 2-2 on Von Dolan. Slater pitching out of the stretch. Struck him out. That's a call, third strike. So the last two batters caught looking at strike three. But in the top of the first inning, the Raiders come up with 1 run on 2 hits and 2 men left on base. We will go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee 1 and Missouri State coming to bat. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Raiders with an early lead, 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. And for the Raiders, Drew Horn on the mound. Drew is a local youngster, redshirt junior, 5'11", 180, out of Siegel High School by way of Walters State Community College. Second year with the Blue Raiders. Horn is making his 6th start. He is 1-0, 4.35 earned run average, 20 2/3 innings. He's allowed 20 hits, 10 earned runs. He has walked 11, struck out 26. He has allowed 5 home runs on the season. So Drew Horn, start number 6 for him. And he'll face the top 3 in the batting order: Sermonelli, Gollert, and Bogenpole for Missouri State. Sermonelli, the leadoff hitter, drove in 3 runs for them yesterday with a pair of singles, 2 for 5. Drove in 2 runs in the second inning, and then drove in another one in the 8th inning when they rallied to come from behind. First pitch to him is ball 1. A left-handed hitter. And Horn comes back, and the ball hit out in the left field. Brewer going back on the warning track, can't get it over his head. And Sermonelli will cruise into second base with a stand-up double. I thought for a moment that Brewer might be able to catch up with that ball, but it sailed over his head, and a leadoff double now for Sermonelli. That's the first hit of the game for the Bears. The batter is Tag Gollert. Started at first base yesterday. He's in right field today, a right-handed hitter. So Missouri State with a leadoff hit, just as the Raiders had in their half of the inning. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Horn has a good fastball, also throws a cutter, curveball, and a changeup. And he can reach 92, 94 on the radar gun. Ball hit to left field, a base hit. Just past Badalak at short. Throw comes in, and the Bears will have runners at first and third. So just like the top of the first inning, the first 2 batters have reached for Missouri State. So first and third, no outs. The batter is Bogenpole, the center fielder. He's a left-handed hitter. Raider infield will look to maybe get a ground ball they could turn to. They would let the run score to get 2 outs. Bogenpole had a hit in 3 trips yesterday. Horn with the pitch. Swung on, hit to center field. Nowak coming in, he can't get it. Drops in for a base hit. And this game is tied at 1 apiece. The ball died once it left the bat and fell in front of the Blue Raider outfielders. In fact, it was Brewer in left field who picked it up. So the third hit in the inning off Drew Horn. And it's a 1-1 game and still nobody out here in the first inning. Here's Curry Sutherland, the third baseman. Sutherland, 308 hitter, was 1 for 4 yesterday. Right-handed batter. And Horn with the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. One strike to count. Catcher Bergman is on deck to hit next. Horn with the pitch. That is a changeup in for a strike, and it's 0-2 now on Sutherland. We're at Hammonds Field in Springfield, Missouri. First time we've been here since 2008. 2-strike pitch is lined into right field for a base hit. The runner on second's going to come in to score, and they will have runners at first and third. That is 4 straight hits for the Bears off Drew Horn, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Gollard came in to score from second. Bogenpole went all the way to third. And Coach Jerry Byers wants to talk to his pitcher. This is very unlike Drew Horn to have a start like this. Double, single, single, single. The batter will be the catcher, Bergman. Coach Byers has a very brief meeting with his pitcher, catcher, and all of the infielders. And Missouri State has taken the lead 2-1 here in the first inning. And the Raiders still have not got that first out yet. Bergman, the catcher, right-handed batter. He's the 5th batter in the order. 4 straight hits for the Bears. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. That one hit the facing of the press box and dropped back down into the grandstand. 1 strike to count. The Raider infield again back in possible double play position. Pitch comes in high for ball 1, 1-1. So apparently we are not going to see a pitcher's duel today. And we had pretty good pitcher's duel yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Bergman. Horn with the pitch. Over but low, ball 2. 2-1. Bergman, a right-handed batter, comes into the game hitting .318, swings and fouls it straight back to the backstop. Yeah, we'll go to 2-2. Carter Bergman, a senior from Kansas City, Kansas, 6'2", 215. And he is a fourth-year senior here at Missouri State. The pitch. Ground foul past third. Just foul, or that would have been another hit. That was just inches off the line as it passed third base. The count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or Horn could use a strikeout here. Out of the stretch in the 2-2 pitch. And struck him out swinging. Took a little bit off, changed speeds, and Bergman down on strikes for out number 1. And again, the Raiders would like to induce a ground ball, which could end the inning. This is Max Knight, the left fielder. He closed out the game as the final pitcher for Missouri State yesterday. He's a two-way player and obviously a pretty good one. Pitch coming into him, in there for a strike call. Knight hitting .288 with 4 home runs and has also appeared in a number of games as a pitcher, primarily in relief. 1 strike to count. Left-handed hitter waits, and a swing and a foul back to the backstop. Count will go to 0-2 on Knight. Knight, and out of Oklahoma, is a transfer from Oklahoma State. Played there as a freshman and was also a two-way player there. 2 strikes the count. Horn's pitch swung on, hit in the air into left field. Brewer with the glasses down, makes the catch. The runner tags. The throw comes to the plate. Not in time, and another run is in. And the runner on first base tagged up and went to second on the throw to the plate. So Bogenpole comes in to score, give Knight a sacrifice fly and an RBI. That's the second out. And now with a runner at second and 2 outs, and Missouri State now leading 3-1. The batter is Logan Fife, the shortstop. That's from the right side. Horn with the pitch. Check swing, it's a strike call, 0-1. Fife had a single in 4 trips yesterday for the Bears. Raiders got the first 3 men on in their half of the first inning, but could get only 1 run out of it. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 on Fife. Sutherland, the runner at second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, and Missouri State leading 3-1. Horn with the pitch to the plate, high for ball 1. On deck hitter is Atkinson. He's the DH. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the right-handed hitter Fife. Swinging a foul straight back and reaching for that off-speed pitch. Just got the bat on it. Count holds at 1-2. Fife coming into the game, a 300 hitter at .333. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Horn out of the stretch, delivers, and struck him out swinging. That will end the first inning, but Missouri State had the first 4 batters reach on base hits. They score 3 runs on 4 hits, and they leave 1 man on base. So we have played 1 full inning, a lot of offense so far in this game. Missouri State 3, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball. Ron Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And glad to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon, our first full radio broadcast of the season. We should be on most of our conference games from now on out, and perhaps a few selected non-conference games. If not, we'll be on a live stream, so you can pick it up either way. For the Raiders, Nathan Brewer will lead off the second inning. Brewer had a big two-run double in yesterday's game in the second inning. He was 1 for 4. Left-handed batter takes a look at the first pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. Owen Slater gave up hits to the first two Blue Raiders and then walked the next batter. That pitch gets past the catcher Bergman all the way back to the backstop. 1-1. But he settled down and struck out 3 in a row to end the first inning. One and one. Brewer looks at a pitch low in the dirt. Ball 2. I can't say in the dirt here because we're playing on real dirt, well manicured infield, real grass. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Slater with the pitch, driven down the right field line, but foul. That will clear the bullpen, goes into a picnic area, which is located next to the Missouri State bullpen down the right field line, and an elevated picnic area. Count is 2-2 to Brewer. Matt Wolf, the designated hitter, would be next. There's a ball slammed right at the shortstop. Bobbles it, kicks it, picks it up, and does not throw to first. That will be an error on Fife, the shortstop. Will be the first error of this series. He didn't come up with it cleanly, then he kicked it and decided he did not want a chance to make another error on a bad throw, so he just held on to the ball. That's an E6. And the batter is Matt Wolf. Fife did not start the season as their regular shortstop. Jax Ryan, transfer from Arizona State, was the starting shortstop, but he got hurt 2 or 3 games back and maybe lost for a large part of the season. So they moved Fife, who had been playing second base, over to shortstop. First pitch to Matt Wolf is a call strike. Wolf hitting .226. Has 1 home run, and that came on opening day for the Blue Raiders back in February. Swung on, fouled back, and into the grandstand. 0-2 the count. So Brewer at first base, safe on an error. And a 2-strike count to Matt Wolf. Pitch is swung on, fouled again. That's going to drift off to the right side into the stadium grandstand area. Count holding at 2 strikes. I tried and had a very poor guess at the attendance yesterday, which was announced at 597. I guessed up around 8 something, but this is an 8,000 seat stadium. And pitch is fouled off. I believe Brewer was running on the pitch. Wolf fouled it back to the screen. So the count holding at strike 2. Clay Badalak waiting to hit next. Missouri State leading 3-1. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Right-hander Owen Slater with the pitch. Off-speed pitch is low, ball 1. That Wolf out of Westerville, Ohio. He is a transfer from Vanderbilt. Was the regular shortstop for most of the season last year until he got injured late in the year. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit down the right field line. Right fielder moving over near the bullpen. That one is into the bullpen. So Wolf will come back. Hopefully the umpire gets some new baseballs. He's fouled off several pitches on this at bat. Nary a cloud in the sky here. Beautiful day. 88 was our game time temperature. Hard to believe Tuesday night we played in 41 degrees at home. But that's spring weather. Pitch is outside, ball 2. 2-2 to Matt Wolf. Nathan Brewer, safe on the error, is the runner at first. Throw over there, and he's back. Did not have a very big lead. Slater, the right-hander, comes set and throws again to first base. See, Brewer took off on a pitch about 2 pitches ago, so they're watching him a little extra closely, I guess, at first base. 2-2 the count. And the pitch. And swung on and foul tip back behind plate. Count holds at 2-2. Wolf's been up there. Seen a lot of pitches, fouled off a lot. Count even at 2-2. Brewer edges off first base. Not going. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that is out number 1 in the 2nd inning. 4th strikeout for Slater. The batter will be Clay Badalak. Badalak batting 190, still trying to get untracked. He was a good 275 hitter a year ago and just never has really gotten back to that level here in his, I guess, his graduate year. He was playing as a senior last year. Got that extra year of eligibility due to the Pavia rule. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first. He's going, and a shot into center field. Brewer will turn and go to third. That was a beautifully executed hit and run. The runner started, and Badalak slammed it right past the second baseman into center field. So the Raiders have something going here in the 2nd inning. Runners at first and third with 1 out. That's the 3rd hit off Slater. And the batter will be Owen Nowak, the leadoff man. Started the game with a single, came around to score the first run of the game in the 1st inning. Tyler Minnick on deck. So first and third, one out. Right-hander Slater delivers, and the pitch is inside for ball one. Badalak at first, and Nathan Brewer at third. Missouri State leading 3-1. And we're in the top of the second inning. Slater's pitch, taken for ball two, 2-0. Nowak stands in from the left side, and the pitch swung on and fouled out of play. Count will go to 2-1 on Owen Nowak. Badalak at first, Brewer at third. And the pitch. That's high, ball three. 3-1 now. Slater with the 3-1 pitch. Strike two called. Count will go full to Nowak, 3-2. Right-hander comes set. And a ball slammed to left field, the base hit. Brewer scores. Badalak will stop at second. It's a 3-2 game. And Nowak, just as he did in the first inning, lined it to left field. Took it the other way for his second hit. Hit number 4, run number 2 off Slater. As Nathan Brewer comes in to score. And that is Owen Nowak's 24th run batted in of the season. That's quite a good number for a leadoff batter. Now they are sending some folks down to the Missouri State bullpen as they're having a conference on the mound. So the batter will be Tyler Minnick, who slammed a double just inside the bag at third base in the first inning. And that scored Nowak all the way from first base. I think that was the head coach, Joe Hawkins, who was in charge of that meeting. So now first and second with one out. And the batter, Minnick, strong right-handed hitter, transfer from Georgia Tech. He's in his second year with the Raiders. Slater with the pitch, and Minnick takes it for ball one. Tyler started all 55 games for the Raiders a year ago. Inside ball two. He was the starting catcher for most of those games. Played first base a few times. This year he's been alternating between catching and first base. 2-0 the count. Strike call, and it's 2-1. He had a notion held up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brett Rogers waiting to hit next. Tying run is on second base in the person of Badalak. There's a ground foul over by the Raider dugout. Count will go to 2-2 on Tyler Minnick. Tyler hit 9 home runs a year ago and drove in 41 runs. He has 5 home runs this year and 25 driven in. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Minnick goes down on strikes. That's out number 2. And that is already the 5th strikeout for Slater. Struck out 3 in the first inning. He has spanned 2 here in the second inning. And his players in the field have not had many chances, and the one chance that the shortstop had, he booted it. So I guess Slater figured, well, I'm just going to have to strike everybody out. There's a ball slammed into right field. That is a base hit. Badalak rounding third, coming to the plate. He will score. Throw to third, not in time. And this game is tied. Clay Badalak scores from second on the hit by Rogers. And Nowak just got into third base as the throw came to the plate. Catcher gunned it to third, but not in time. And now the umpires are going to look at something. I assume that Missouri State challenged the call at third. It appeared from my vantage point, which is very high, that Nowak slid in safely. It did not look to be that close to me. But Missouri State challenging the call. So give Rogers a single and a run batted in. And the batter is going to be Dean O'Neill. Rogers has come in off the base path while this challenge is going on. I do not think he advanced to second base, though. He's standing. Actually, he's standing and talking with first base coach Ryan Huber. So the game is tied at 3. That hit was the 5th hit for the Raiders off Slater. I'm looking at a replay now on the play at third. If he made the tag, it was a high tag, and it looked like Nowak got his foot in before the tag was made, but not my call. Home plate umpire and the first base umpire checked it out, and the decision will be upheld. So the Raiders will have a runner at first with 2 outs and runners at first and third with 2 outs. Nowak is at third and Rogers at first. For Rogers, his 13th run batted in of the season. The batter is Dean O'Neill. 3-3, we're in the top of the second inning. Runners at the corners. And Slater with a pitch and a ground ball to short. Backhanded. Fife with a throw across in time. And that will retire the side in the second inning. But the Raiders come up with 2 runs. There were 3 hits. There was an error and 2 men left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. It's Middle Tennessee 3 and Missouri State 3. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Game tied at 3-3. With nearly 200 majors and concentrations for undergraduates and more than 100 graduate programs, Middle Tennessee State University has something for everyone, including more than 50 online degrees. If you want high quality, affordable education, it's not too late to apply. You can learn more at mtsu.edu. For Missouri State, it'll be Bobby Atkinson to lead off second inning. He's the number 8 hitter in the order and a designated hitter. Bats from the left side. He's a senior. Let's see what I can tell you about him. I can tell you he wears number 13, the same as Brett Rogers for our team. Swing and a miss, strike one. A senior from Darien, Illinois. He's been to 2 other four-year colleges before landing here. Strike, and it's 0-2. He is playing at Coastal Carolina and also at Bradley University, which is in Peoria, Illinois. There's ball one. 1-2 the count to Atkinson. 5'10", 205. He is a senior, left-handed hitter. Drew Horn with a 1-2 pitch and struck him out swinging. So that is strikeout number 3 for Drew Horn. Well, Missouri State started the game with 4 straight hits off Horn, and then he struck out 2 of the next 3 batters. So maybe Drew is settling in now. This is Brent Craigle. He's playing first base today. He was the pinch hitter who delivered the game-winning double in the 8th inning last night. Takes an off-speed pitch a little bit high for ball one. Drove that ball right down the right field line. As soon as it left the bat, you knew it was trouble. There's a strike called, 1-1. Count to Craigle. Strike 2 called. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Craigle 6'5", 235. He's out of Castle Rock, Colorado. Big left-handed hitter. Ground ball right side. Clapp, edge of the outfield grass, picks it up over to first in time. That is out number 2. So the first 2 batters retired here in the 3rd inning, and the batter is Bryce Sermonelli. Led off the game with a single, came around to score their first run. So he's had a good series so far with 3 out of 6. All singles. No, I'm sorry, he started off with a double. That was over Brewer's head in left field. There's a strike call, 0-1. Had 2 singles yesterday and 3 RBIs and a double leading off today. Check swing. They appeal and they say he did not go, so 1-1 the count to Sermonelli, leadoff hitter in their order. Drew Horn with the pitch, had a swing and a foul over by the on-deck circle. Missouri State occupying the first base dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Horn's pitch Swung on, fouled off the screen, and it bounced into the Raider dugout down the third base side. Count holds at 1-2. Pitch is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sermonelli. Raiders and the Bears, second game of this 3-game Conference USA series. 2-2 pitch, outside, ball 3, full count now. This is Missouri State's first year in Conference USA. They had been a member of the Missouri Valley Conference prior to switching over, and always had good success in that conference. Ball driven to right field. That ball's well hit, and that one will clear the right field fence. That will be a home run, and it will be the first home run for Sermonelli this season. And it will also give the Bears a 1-run lead. That's the first ball we've had hit out to right field in this game, or in this series. That is the 6th home run allowed by Drew Horn this season. And it's now a 4-3 lead for Missouri State. The batter is Tag Gollert. Singled and scored in the first inning. Horn's pitch is swung on, and on appeal, they say he went. Strike 1. Next pitch sails outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gollert. Spells his name Gollert. 1-1. Ball 2 is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Horn goes for a little rosin. It is a warm afternoon. No clouds to block out the sun. Swing and a miss. And the count will go to 2-2 on Gollert. Horn looks in, and the 2-2 pitch on the way is high and inside, ball 3. Well, he went to 3-2 on Sermonelli, and Sermonelli hit it out of the ballpark. Three and 2 now to Gollert. And strike 3 called. That pitch broke right over the inside corner at the knees. Gollert down on strikes. That's all for the Bears in the second inning, but they get 1 run on 1 hit, the home run, and nobody left on base. We've completed 2 full innings, Missouri State 4 and Middle Tennessee 3. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the third inning before Cooper Clapp steps to the plate. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer with you from Springfield, Missouri. We're at Hammonds Field, home of the Missouri State Bears and also the AA Springfield Cardinals. First pitch to Cooper Clapp is a strike called. So Cooper's dad will be here Monday night with the Cardinals. They will play their AA affiliate Springfield at an exhibition game. There's a ball hit in the air to left field. Shortstop out. Left fielder's coming in. He's got the call, and he'll make the catch for out number one. Clapp flies out to shallow left. And with one out, the batter is Brett Bondolan. Bondolan took a call, third strike, to end the first inning. 315 down the left field line, 400 to straightaway center, 330 down the right field line. And the pitch swung on, bounced to short. Fife up with it. Throw to first in time for the out. So a very quick 2 up, 2 down here in the third inning. 1, 2, 3 pitches, 2 outs. Batter is Nathan Brewer. He lived on an error and came around to score in the second inning. Brewer takes his time getting in the box, giving his pitcher a little bit more time to rest between innings, because the first two batters have already been retired after 3 pitches. Now this pitch is outside for ball 1. And the pitch. Missed outside, ball 2. Had to inform Nathan that his high school team lost in the state tournament semifinals. That was on a last-second shot by Humboldt, the game you heard yesterday on GNS. Ball hit high in the air into right center field. Center fielder back it up a little. Bogenpole will make the catch for out number 3. So that is all. 3 up and 3 down in the third inning. The Raiders go down in order. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It is Missouri State 4, Middle Tennessee 3. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So it's 4-3, Missouri State leading. Our Lady Raider softball team suffered a 1-run loss to Western Kentucky yesterday, 5-4, and they are playing today up in Bowling Green. Our Lady Raider basketball team will be in action on Monday night, 6:30 against St. Bonaventure. That will be in the first round of the WNIT postseason tournament. And Coach Rick Ensel will be coaching his final game On Monday night, he announced over the last couple of days that he was stepping down. Associate head coach Matt Ensel will take the reins after Monday night. There's a strike called. Caden Bogenpole leading off for Missouri State. Count is 1 strike. Drew Horn on the mound for the Raiders. Gave up a solo home run in the third inning, or the second inning, rather. This pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Horn with a 1-1 pitch, low for ball 2. And the right-hander comes set, delivers inside for ball 3, 3-1 to Bogenpole. Well, the Missouri State pitcher had a clean inning in the top of the third. I know Horn would like to follow suit. Ball hit foul down the left side. That'll fill it up. 3-2 now to Bogenpole. Spelled his last name, spelled Bogenpohl, pronounced Bogenpole. 6'6", 245. He's a big guy, and he slams this one into center field for a base hit. So he is 2 for 2. That is hit number 6 off Drew Horn. And the batter is the third baseman, Sutherland. He had a base hit in the first inning. Jerry Sutherland, a junior out of Rogersville, Missouri. Third year with the Missouri State program. Raider infield will adjust and play him as strictly a pull hitter, with Clapp on the third base side of second base, Spadalak playing deep in the hole at shortstop. And with O'Neill holding the runner at first, there's a large hole on the right side of the infield. Pitch is a strike called. 0-1 to Sutherland. Horn comes set, throws instead to first base, runner back. Well, we appreciate the fact that we can read the numbers on the back of the Missouri State uniforms much better than we could yesterday. Pitch, that's a strike called, 0-2. Yesterday they had black jerseys with maroon numerals, and try as I could not make those numbers out. But now they've got maroon jerseys with white numerals. I could take the glasses off and see those. 2 strikes the count on Sutherland. Not much going on as far as the wind is concerned today. Very light breeze out of the southwest. Another throw to first and the runner back. That is Bogenpole, the runner at first. Horn ahead of the count, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on, driven into left center. That one's trouble. That one is gone. There's a little hill behind the left field wall in left center at the end of the bullpen, and that ball hit up on the hill just to the left of the big video board. That's a 2-run homer for Sutherland, and that will make it a 6-3 Missouri State lead. That is Sutherland's 8th home run of the season. He leads the team in that department. And with nobody on and nobody out, the batter is catcher Bergman. First pitch misses for ball one. Seven hits, 6 runs off Drew Horn. There's a foul at the plate. 1-1. 6-3 the score. Bears have scored at every inning. Raiders scored in the first and second innings, but went down in order in the third. 1-1 the count to Bergman. Swinging a foul out of play, 1-2. That was back at the grandstand. A gentleman in the second row had it come back, and he was lounging there, wasn't thinking about a ball coming down and hitting him on the head. It almost hit him on the head. He may have been dozing. He was surprised, to say the least. Here's the 1-2 pitch, high, ball 2. 2-2. Well, he's got a souvenir baseball in his hand now. That'll get your attention in a hurry if the ball comes your way. That one skips up for ball 3. Full count now, 3-2. Sermonelli's home run came on a 3-2 count last inning. And ball 4 low and inside. First walk given up by Horn. And the batter will be Max Knight. Minnick asked for time. He'll go out, have a word with his pitcher. So this has not been a typical Drew Horn outing. He has been hit hard and often here in the first 3 innings. Jerry Myers on his way to the mound and may make a change here. Coach Myers will take his time. He'll wait until the umpire forces him to make a move. Because I don't think the bullpen had actually gotten started at the early first part of this inning, and nope, no change. So maybe just giving that pitcher in the bullpen, and I can't tell who it is, it's a right-hander, giving him time to throw a few more pitches. Runner at first with no outs. The batter is Max Knight. Had a sacrifice fly, drove in a run in the first inning. Still nobody out here in the third. 2 runs have scored. It is 6-3 Missouri State. Horn with a pitch. Low for ball 1. Knight, a left-handed batter. As I mentioned in his first at bat, he's a two-way player. Came into the game last night, pitched an inning and 2/3. Horn's pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen, 1-1. To say Horn has struggled here would be an understatement. He has just not looked himself today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander comes set. And the pitch swung on, fouled back off the screen, 1-2. And Horn goes goes for some rosin. It may be King warming up in the bullpen, a big, tall right-hander. I forgot my binoculars. There's a ball driven down the right field line. That's a base hit. That rolls off the fence. They're going to hold the runners at second and third as the throw comes in. That is a double for Knight. So still nobody out here in the third inning, and a 6-3 lead. It's hit number 8 for the Bears. And Coach Myers coming out, and now we will have a pitching change. So we will take a break here. Runners second and third, no outs in the third inning as the new pitcher comes in, and we will be back to tell you who he is right after this. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
So the new pitcher for the Blue Raiders is going to be Gavin King. Give you some numbers on him in just a second. Drew Horn leaves after 2 innings and facing 4 batters in the third. There's still nobody out. Runners at second and third. Gavin King, 6'7", 210, a sophomore out of Nashville. And a transfer from Ball State, where he played for former Blue Raider coach Jim McGuire. King making his 6th appearance. He has made a couple of starts. A record of 1-2 with a 5.40 earned run average. 16 2/3 innings. He's given up 16 hits, 10 earned runs. Has walked 17, struck out 15, given up 3 home runs. That is Gavin King taking over the pitching duties. Give you some final numbers on Drew Horn in just a second. King last pitched on the 13th against Kennesaw, went 5 innings, gave up 1 run on 2 hits, so he had a good outing there. There's a line drive, and it's through into center field, and 2 runs will score. That was the first pitch to Fife, and he lined it into center field. That ball may have touched King's glove going through, but it was a shot. Bergman scores, Knight scores. It's 8-3. Both those runs will be charged to Drew Horn. And now runner at first. Still no outs in the third inning. 4 runs have scored. It is 8-3. King's pitch is a strike on an appeal check swing. 0-1 to Bobby Atkinson. He was a strikeout victim in the second inning. Single, home run, walk, double, single. That's what's happened with the first 5 batters of this inning. Swinging a foul back, and it's 0-2. Eight runs on 9 hits for the Bears. Raiders have 3 runs on 5 hits. 2 strikes to count to Atkinson. Pop up, going to drift over behind the Blue Raider dugout into the